I'm golden.
I'm silver.
I'm golden.
He's golden, I'm silver.
Hi, my name is Howie Brounstein, and I'm with Columbine School of Botanical Studies, along with...
Stephen Yeager from the Columbine School of Botanical Studies.
And we're here on behalf of Mountain Rose Herbs to bring you a piece of this. The meadows at middle elevations in the Western Oregon Cascades. Here we are in this middle elevation meadow in the Western Cascades, and when I was walking through these plants, I was surprised and overjoyed to find these yellow flowers, and I'm like, wow, this is great. This is St. John's wort. I've been looking for St. John's wort.
And here it is, Hypericum formosum.
Wait a second, formosum?
Formosum means beautiful.
Well, I think the plant is definitely beautiful, but I thought St. John's wort was Hypericum perforatum.
Well, Hypericum perforatum is the non-native St. John's wort here in the Pacific Northwest, but we have other species of Hypericum growing here in the Cascades, and this is one of them, one of our native St. John's worts, Hypericum formosum.
Well, you know, I have seen this before, and you know, I wondered if it could be used medicinally, and I took some of the buds and squished it, and it squished red all over my fingers, just like the invasive St. John's wort Hypericum perforatum. Some of the big differences, though, is that the invasive Hypericum perforatum or St. John's wort is invasive. It comes from a different land, it gets into places, it outcompetes native flora, it takes over areas. People volunteer and people are paid in this area to remove the Hypericum perforatum from the native lands. This is actually, this one here is the native Hypericum formosum. And what I find interesting is that even though I see it in the meadow, it doesn't take over. It finds its own spot and it lives in its own spot that it does well, and it stays in its own spot.
It has its own niche in the ecosystem.
Yes. Yes. However, if you're going to use St. John's wort, we would urge you to use the weedy species, the ones that we're trying to get rid of, rather than a native species, even though it may work.
Well, that sure has been a lot of fun, Howie.
Sure has. It's time for us to go, but be safe and interact with plants.
We'll see you next time. It could be as subtle as the wind is gray.